Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Ali with me in the studio. Jan is here, as is Nedum. Let's get this out of the way quickly, shall we, Nedum? Let's see what is below the camera.
Oh.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Excuse me?
Come on.
This?
No.
This down here?
No. Below your...
No.
Below your waist.
Come on.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just like that. Oh. Just like that. Just stay like that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand. Sorry, excuse me.
Staying alive, staying alive.
So are they pajamas?
These are pajamas. These are pajamas. I like to keep it business up top and, you know, just a bit casual down
Wow.
low.
Well,
It's a party downstairs.
Yeah, it's good you don't sleep commando, I suppose. That could leave us all a little bit.
It's a different kind of party.
Well, I won't be sleeping here, I'll tell you that.
Right, Ali, is Zidane the modern Mourinho, and should the mighty Real Madrid keep playing like this to grind out results?
The modern Mourinho?
I suppose the fact that they just defended throughout the game.
Are you kidding me? This guy's won 3 Champions League. The modern Mourinho, he's Zinedine Zidane, and that's good enough for me.
Yep.
This guy knows what he's doing. And I know for years people were saying, well, you know, he's got Ronaldo, he's got Bale, he's got this team, he's got that team, he's just a manager, he just manages that talent. Well, if that's all he was doing, that would be good enough. But he does more than that. And I just thought that over the 2 legs, what you saw from Zinedine Zidane and Real Madrid, there was a discipline defensively and a discipline working together that in the end was much better than Liverpool. Even though Liverpool had a bunch of chances in the second leg, I just thought there was a certainty to the way that Real Madrid play and a confidence in saying, you know, we've been in this stage, we know what this feels like, we know what this smells like, we're going to get through this.
Jan, obviously before lockdown, you used to travel to all the Champions League games, you'd interview Zidane a lot. You get not a lot from him, though, as a journalist, do you?
Now, he's a very shy guy, and of course, and he doesn't like to speak all the language he probably can speak. But what I think, I agree with Zinedine Zidane. He's winning the Champions League 3 times, and over the 2 legs, they were the better side. And I don't like this criticism of Zinedine Zidane, because when he does well, people say it's just because he let him play, and when he's bad, he doesn't have anything to do, and he's just let boys play. I think it's time to give him, we give him a lot of respect, Zinedine Zidane. Now, again, in 1 week, they played Liverpool, El Clasico, Liverpool again, and today as well, after those big chances in the first half, there was a security, there was an experience in the game of Real Madrid. Playing 2 games without Varane and Ramos should also not be forgotten.
Right, Nedum, here we go. Who would you rather have on your team?
Okay.
Kevin De Bruyne or Neymar?
Whoa.
Oh, easy.
I think I would rather go for Kevin De Bruyne, because I think Neymar suits a certain style in terms of team style, whereas I think Kevin De Bruyne can suit many. So I would say him, because I think he would have an impact no matter what sort of style you wanted to play as a team.
Why don't you just play a style that'd be good for Neymar?
Because listen, I could be in the same team and I don't have a style that's good for Neymar, but I could have a style good for Kevin De Bruyne.
Hey, your pants have Neymar style.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't wear these all the time either.
I was gonna...
No, but
I want to say a joke, but I can't. No. Jan, who are you having, De Bruyne or Neymar?
De Bruyne. But
really?
I tell you why, because he gives you assists, he gives you goals all the time. But having said that, I think that sometimes when I see pundits discussing Neymar, they underestimate him big time. Yes, he is a diva. Yes, he's sometimes or often also a diver, but he's also a world-class player. But if I had my money and I would spend it on one player, I will go for De Bruyne. I would even go for Thomas Müller ahead of Neymar.
What's going on?
Look.
You got a one-off pick-up game, yeah? Are you Neymar or De Bruyne?
I'm going Neymar. I'm certainly not going Thomas Müller.
He brings the jokes. He brings the jokes.
Yes. He brings the attitude, the positive mindset, the energy.
Can't you read? Can't you read some stats?
No, but
top scorer in the World Cup. scoring all this kind, the most assists, and so on
of
and so
course.
on.
Yeah, but
and you say he makes jokes.
Yeah, and you're better than that, though. You can't just throw stats and think that that's the answer to everything. If it's all seriousness...
Okay, Dan. Let's compare Neymar and Thomas Müller. Let's do that. Brazilian,
I'm just addressing
Brazilian and all that.
This question, yes? If you're having a game and you've got Thomas Müller and Neymar, you can pick either as your pick. To be on your team, you're picking Neymar, surely.
The question was there, who you want in your team, De Bruyne or Neymar, and I will take De Bruyne. I'm just saying that sometimes we underestimate these players like Thomas Müller. He scores your goals, assists. I'm not saying he's more spectacular than Neymar. I think Neymar is world-class, fantastic player. But if I had the money and I would buy some of them, I would go for the most efficient one. Call me old-fashioned or call me Norwegian.
I don't think your silly take should then be considered the whole of Norway's opinion.
No, but Thomas Müller is top scorer in the World Cup. And Dan, you said we can bring in Thomas Müller for the jokes. Then I asked you, have a read the stats, and you said, don't bring the stats in, and you brought the jokes in. Do you think you're bringing in a stand-up comedian winning the Champions League and the World Cup?
I can't believe how serious this has got, Jan. Because if you're bringing in stats...
How serious are we really?
Well, I don't know. So, there seems to be some sort of Thomas Müller issue going on. And my hatred of him has always been driving my show.
Yeah. Just for context, just to add a little bit of value and stats.
Yes.
Neymar. 41 goals in 67 Champions League games.
Yes, but what's his comedy stand-up
Well,
like?
I don't know. I don't know what his style is with comedy.
How many times? No, you do the easy part. You are sitting around a table and you're just laughing to each other, telling each other jokes. Neymar has never won the Champions League, he's never won the World Cup, and you starting with his 41 goals. Good. But Thomas Müller and De Bruyne, we will pick him before the Neymar.
So hey, we're not allowed to laugh at each other's jokes, Dan. Okay? When Jan is on the show, respect Kevin De Bruyne and respect Thomas Müller, please. Please, Dan. Be serious, okay? Be a professional, Dan.
Ali, how romantic do you think Kroos, Modric and Casemiro will be against Chelsea?
Very romantic.
Yeah.
Very romantic.
This goes back to Don saying you were being romantic when you thought they had a better midfield than Liverpool.
Yes. And just... If I can just touch back on that initial point.
And how right you were?
Yes, just to let you know, yes, indeed, I was correct. But I knew that even before the games were played. And just look at the names. Who do you take? Casemiro or Fabinho? As good a season as Fabinho is having, you take Casemiro. You take Luka Modric or you take Jorginho Ronaldo. You take Luka Modric. You take Toni Kroos or you take Thiago Alcantara. You take Toni Kroos. So, and then you put them together. Yeah. You take Thomas Müller or you take whoever. You take Thomas Müller because, Jan gets mad, gets upset about it. But all I'm telling you is that the Real Madrid midfield three will control, at their best, will control any game that they play in.
For Jan, Watzke?
Yes.
Watzke recently said how he is proud to have zero debt at Dortmund and they don't spend big. Isn't this embarrassing? Considering their results this season, they could have invested in keeping Hakimi and elsewhere it could have gotten them into the Champions League.
I think it's a very valid point because Dortmund got to ask themselves what kind of club they want to be. Of course, that's why they're so desperate to keep a Sancho, to keep a Haaland. But these two players and other players, they at the moment, they are coming to Dortmund to go from good to great. And if they don't win any titles, they will move on. And we discussed that. I discussed it with a friend earlier today because that philosophy of Dortmund, if they don't let the players move on when they take the next step, they won't get the next Bellingham. So that is a quite balance there to find. And I agree that Watzke thing that he just happy. Where is the championship of less depth? I haven't seen that league in Europe.
Why do so many sides sit off with a one-goal advantage, Nedum? It changes the whole squad's mindset. And if you concede, you have to flip that mindset after conceding. Seems most sides end up paying for that choice. This is from Gunnar Bryan. It could be a Spurs fan, though.
I think it can work two ways. So from when a team concedes, they tend to feel as if the pressure's off and they have to go for it that little bit more, especially if it's like an early goal or something like that, because overall they're coming in expecting some sort of tough battle, late goals or whatever. So the opposition, the team who's behind will take a step forward, and as a consequence, the team who have the lead, it's very rare that they step forward as well, because for every decision which you could have made before, which you thought would be a decisive moment forward, you're just that little bit more wary now in terms of, you know, it being a decisive moment against you. So you kind of have more of a backward step. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't happen to every team, but, you know, because there are some teams who could go 1-0 up, then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. But the fact is, early goals, for example, they do trigger a reaction from the opposition. And that reaction has to be something which you match yourself, and that ultimately ends up being a step backwards. And I know people hate to see it, but ultimately that's just the way the football works. And I think, you know, the best teams find a way to avoid that, but most teams, they tend to fall into the same traps.
For Ali, with Real Madrid through to the semi-finals, do you think Barcelona have a chance of winning La Liga?
Yes, they do, and it's something that we have mentioned, that even though they lost El Clásico, because of Real Madrid advancing in Champions League and potentially having the opportunity to not only go into the semi-finals, but go through to the finals, that Barcelona has in their hands, one, the fact that they play against Atletico Madrid. And so therefore, if they win that game, now they put Atletico Madrid behind them, and it's now about Real Madrid being perfect the rest of the way. I don't know that Real Madrid has the depth in this team to really be consistent enough on both competitions. We know that they're going to focus on Champions League and they're going to do just enough in La Liga. In doing just enough, you may just run into trouble. Yes, Barcelona still have an opportunity.
Jan, does Bayern's elimination from the Champions League make Hansi Flick more or less likely to seize the German manager job?
Well, he will get the German job. It's just that that blinking game that's at Bayern at the moment is nearly embarrassing for a big club like they are. So now it's just a blame game they are doing to see will it been seen, will the legacy or the history of this process of Bayern be that Salihamidzic is pushing Flick out, or will Flick go? And there is a big difference between those kind of things, because I think what everybody agree on is that from all of the two of them, Flick is the most popular of them. They see him as a perfect Bayern manager, and despite now out of the Cup and out of the Champions League, still like seen as a perfect coach for Bayern. But Hansi Flick will be the next manager of Germany, and I'm pretty sure that Nagelsmann, who tend to say that he wants to stay in Leipzig, I understand that he says it could be possible that he will go to Bayern, and then that is another roller coaster of coaches changing positions in Germany again.
Oh, Jan. Jan, it's not down to me. I didn't do this. The producers, whoever works in the gallery, have put together a full screen comparing Neymar and Thomas Müller in the Champions League.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Can I answer, or should you two Muppets in the studio just start laughing now?
I am not laughing. I'm absolving myself from this, Jan. I think they've taken it too far.
Hello. This is Norway speaking. I'm speaking to the producer in USA.
Yeah.
Could you put up some stats about winning World Cups and winning Champions League, please?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you. Auf Wiedersehen.
They say that's too much work. Right, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You did well to get that done.
You know who's going to be back with the national team in Hansi Flick as a national team coach?
Thomas Müller.
Thomas Müller! He's back, baby! He's back.
And he shouldn't?
He's back.
Oh, dear.
He's back.
Final question.
Go on, Thomas.
Ali, Nedum. I'm looking forward to Austin FC's inaugural season. Friend of the show, Adrian Healy, of course, now the voice of Austin FC. Yes. Any predictions as to where they'll land in the table at the end of the season? I've heard nothing but nice things about Austin. It's a very nice place,
the
apparently.
Stadium and all sorts of nice things going on around this franchise. And when you look at what the plan put in place for an expansion team, you tend to get experienced players and a mix of experience and youth, and you kind of build for the future, but you want to be competitive right away, and that is exactly what Austin are. They are the prototype of an expansion team. They have a lot of names, veteran names from MLS, some younger players that are going to come through. I look at Austin FC as a team that, you know what, they're going to be competitive. They may just fall short of going into the playoffs, but they'll be competitive certainly through the early part of the season.
Nedum?
I think it's tough with these expansion teams. You never really know how they're going to do, but with all the attention around them and the recruiting that they've done, I'm going to say they'll just about sneak into the playoffs, but I think it'll be a first-round exit. So I'm going to be more positive than Ale, and I'll be welcoming Austin before he will be. So yeah, thank you very much for the question.
And we'll end today's extra time with a final score. Champions League, Thomas Muller 2, Neymar 1.
Oh.
World Cups, Thomas Muller 1, Neymar 0.
Oh.
That brings us to the end of today's show. Thank you very much, as always, for your interaction. We will be back tomorrow. Don will be back.
Oh, hey.
What a moment.
What about Thomas Muller? Is he coming on the show?
Thomas Muller has seen the show. Has been disappointed
bring Neymar,
to be
Neymar.
described as a comedian.
Oh.
So we will be back tomorrow for more, because he doesn't feel he's given enough credit. Robert.
You okay? You gonna make it through this? No, don't laugh at my jokes, Dan. Come on.
That's it. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.